Good morning, Coaster Spotters. This is Alex checking in from Heide Park in Germany. It is day 16 of the European Mega Trip, and it is August 27th. We are here all day. Rides are open until 7 p.m., and we have plenty of amazing rides to ride today, including Colossos, the Intamin Prefab, the first one ever built, which was renovated this year. And then we have two B&Ms, a dive and a wing. We have a Vekoma Looper. We have a Mack bobsled. We got a lot to do today. And hopefully the crowds are not too bad, similar to yesterday. All right, so first impressions. Oh, this does look like a very nice park. There is the option to skip lines if we need it today. And I probably won't hesitate. Man, that thing looks so cool. Look at that. It looks freaking awesome. So, alright, here we go. Colossus. So excited for this one. Looks like we have about 2 or 3 trains ahead of us, so that's not so bad.
Kolossos mit ihrer enormen Kraft zu vernichten. Kolossos ist zurück und ein gigantischer Kampf zwischen Feuer und Holz beginnt. Nur
ist verboten. Dear guests, smoking is strictly prohibited in the waiting area and throughout the ride.
First ride on Colossus. So let's start with that. I have ridden El Toro hundreds, if not thousands of times. So I wasn't expecting this to be better. And I just think it needs to warm up a little bit. I really enjoyed it. The layout is definitely a lot more dull than El Toro. I don't think that Helix could be ever anything interesting to be. The airtime on the hills is kind of weak, especially compared to El Toro. But it's a wood coaster. It needs to warm up, and I'm gonna let it warm up, and I'm gonna give it another ride later on. But you know, we have 9 coasters here, so that is priority to go get on everything at least once. And I figured doing the other Intamin is probably a good idea because we all know how well Intamins can run sometimes. Another thing is I didn't realize they had replaced the trains, so they're very similar to El Toro with some minor changes. But yeah, they're as comfortable as El Toro is, so no problems there. It's weird going up that lift hill so slow, though. That is definitely odd to me. Alright, so a Giganten rocket coaster built in 2007. Really excited for this one. I haven't ridden a rocket coaster that's new to me since 2013. So it's nice to get on some more of these. This is a clone of the one at Alton Towers, and it's kind of like a smaller version of Forma Rossa, to be honest with you. And I don't know how to feel about this one. We'll see. It looks very short. I didn't realize how short the actual ride time is. But there it is. One train operation. Hopefully that is not going to be the trend today. One train operation with a separate unload station. That is not nice. So I liked it. The launch is good. Just as much acceleration as King Nika, and yeah, it felt just as powerful as the other hydraulic launch coasters. The transition into that first turn's a little rough. I kind of was preparing for it, so I didn't get a neck chopper. The airtime on all the hills, the ride just seemed sluggish. It felt like Goliath at the beginning of the day at Wallaby Holland. It feels like it needs time to warm up. However, if they don't put a second train on, that might be my only ride. We're gonna go do the Ghostbusters ride, because that's like one of the things I'm most excited for, and I don't really feel like waiting for it. So we're gonna go do that, and then we'll just make our way across the park. Other than Ghostbusters, it's gonna be coaster, coaster, coaster until they're all finished, all 9 of them. So we're 2 down, 7 more to go. And as far as Desert Race goes, yeah, I didn't hate it, I didn't like it. It's my least favorite of the 5 now that I've done, the accelerator coasters. Yeah, it's fine. Oh yes, Ghostbusters. Oh, so excited for this one. Oh man, when I found out this park was getting this, I was like, oh man, I gotta get to Germany sometime. Hopefully they bring this, if I like it, hopefully they bring it to the statewide so we can experience it in English at one point. Let's see, wait time. Under 10 minutes. Sweet! Also, I definitely will probably do the raft ride. They send the boat out every like 10 seconds. So I don't think we'll have that much of a problem getting on that even later on today. So it's hot today, but it's not unbearably hot like Wallaby was. So all right, we're gonna move on to Ghostbusters. This looks good, pretty good so far, kind of, maybe.
Die Ghostbusters informiert und sie gebeten, euch alle notwendigen Instruktionen.
Wir werden mit jeweils 8 Personen in einem unserer Ecto-X-Fahrzeuge durch die Lagerhalle fahren.
Alright, so Ghostbusters in 3D, 4D, I forget what it is. That was really good. It's pretty much the same thing as Justice League at the Six Flags parks, but with the Ghostbusters theme. So, oh man, it was great. You don't need to know much German, or you don't know any. There's a little bit during the ride, but I mean, you really don't need to know. All you need to know is shoot the ghosts. It was a lot of fun. If I have time, I'll give it another go later. If not, I'll live. It's okay. It is in 5D, apparently. There weren't really any environmental effects, so I don't know where they're getting the 5D from. So it was fine. It was fine. I liked it. So we're gonna keep going on and to the next coaster, which I believe is around the corner. Well, here we are. They're Western themed area, because every European park needs a Western themed area. It looks fine. I really liked yesterday's at Hansa Park. That was actually really well done. So we got a Zaire Force called Indy-Blitz. Looks like a really small one, actually. Oh wow, it is. This reminds me a little bit of wow, this one's really small. This reminds me of the one at NASCAR Speed Park in the Pigeon Forge area. It might be the same model, but mirrored. So that was Indy-Blitz. I was right, it's a Force one. It's the same model as the one at NASCAR Speed Park, but I believe it's a mirror image of it. Not that it really matters. It was fine, you know, kids coaster. It was smooth, very little theming. Looks better than Draco though at Wallaby Holland. That thing was barren. All right, let's move on. We're gonna go to the powered coaster. They have an observation tower. They used to have 2 actually. The second one used to be the drop tower, and then they modified it and changed it to, I believe it's a gyro drop? I forget. Now, the thing about this park that everyone loves to point out is that this area, they're obsessed with white coasters with the green supports. It's pretty actually impressive. I like it. It's just a lot of coasters in one little packed area. So we're gonna do the powered coaster here and then head over to Coaster Central, because we have, it's like 5 over here, and we're gonna save the SLC for last, because if I don't somehow get on that one, I don't care. Thankfully, that is our second to last one of the trip, but none of them have been particularly bad. None of them been good though. That is for sure. We're getting through it pretty quickly. 3 out of 9 done. I imagine we'll be done by 1-ish, which is good. I took my time yesterday at Hansa Park. I would have been done way earlier, but I was taking my time because it wasn't that busy. But I'm still a little afraid about lines here today. It doesn't seem so bad yet, but they have a lot more capacity than Hansa Park does. So you also have to take that into consideration. Consideration? Yes, that's the word. Oh, I love that sign for the toilet. That's so good. Oh wow, that looks fantastic. So it seems like there was an era of this park that they didn't really take into consideration theming too much, and very, very basic themes. You can tell this one's from 1985, so earlier. I mean, this is beautifully themed for just a powered coaster. Look at the stone archway. All right, let's go ride Grottenblitz. I like powered coasters. They're not amazing, but they're fun. They're fun. I think my favorite one was, well, we've only done 2. I think I like the one at Bajoan Land a little bit more than the one at Mabillard. Alright, so that was quite fun. It was pretty much just 2 helixes. It goes inside that mountain right there, and there's a little show scene. It's kind of barren in there as well, though, but it looks like there's a walkthrough as well that you might be able to explore, so we might check that out later. Well, actually, I know we will, because it's right near the monorail station, so that's helpful. So, yeah, I liked it. It was a lot of fun. Not, you know, it's a powered coaster. It's nothing that special, but it was themed really nicely. So, all right, let's move over to the big guys. And at some point, we have to mess around here. So far, it doesn't seem like I'm going to need the fast pass type deal. Doesn't seem like it's going to be quite busy. Yeah, it's only 20 to 30 minutes for Colossos, and they don't advertise the wait time for the single rider, which I really like, because when they advertise a really super low wait time for the single rider, then all of a sudden that wait time gets ridiculous. Oh yes, look at all this white track. We'll probably end up doing the dive coaster last, because man, it doesn't look all that great. The theming on the drop, though, is phenomenal, though. But, woo, look at all this. This looks phenomenal. Just the amount of coasters they have in one area. Very impressive. Now, I was seeing the area to my right and around the park. It seems like there are a lot of empty ride pads, which I feel like I've heard that as a complaint of Merlin. All right. Let's get this over with. Oh, what is this? What the heck is that? It's a guy driving a little thing with... Okay, that was weird. I will say, it seems like their ops are really good. That's a really quick dispatch, so that is very good to see. I'm not sure why Desert Race is on one train. Everything else seems to be on multiples. Well, you'll never hear me complain that SLCs don't look awesome, because they certainly do. They just don't ride very well. Alright, the 1999 SLC Limit. Well, let's go for a ride and see how this one is. Dutch engineers. Oh man, that one was not good. Probably the worst one of the trip. Worse than Walibi Holland, easily. Belgium's was okay. Yeah, that one's... that's all we really need to say about that. Let's move on to something really good. That bobsled. Let's ride the Bavon! And look, it's down there too. This thing runs, I believe, an absurd amount of trains, if it is today. And that is the longest bobsled in the world. 2 lift hills. I mean, yeah, look, there's another one already going up. This is ridiculous. Now, look how tall it is from the top to the bottom, all the way to down there. That is quite impressive. Man, this might be one of the things I'm really excited about. I've loved Avalanche at Intamin for years. That is such a fun ride. So to ride the longest, it's gonna be fantastic. The 1994 Mack bobsled. It is 88 feet high and 3,200 feet long about. So, man, they gotta be running like at least 3 trains. It's dispatching so quickly. 10-minute wait. Let's go. Mabillard. That was absolutely excellent. Very long, man. That thing went forever. 4 trains currently being in use. The efficiency is incredible. We're gonna have to give that one a ride again. Not much to really say about it other than it's bobsled and it's really fun. A little bumpy though, a little bumpy. Rode in the back seat. We'll try it again in the front half of the train. See if that's any better. And I have no idea what's next. Whatever coaster comes up next is what we're gonna be riding. So I don't even know if this is an accessible area. Oh, hello. Well, that was cool. Flug der Dämonen. Flight of the Demon will be next, or Big Loop. Big Loop Flight of the Demon. This is a dead end. Now, this area of the park looks really good. So I wonder what all these pathways are up above. Looks like you can go up into them. Huh. Screamy. What the hell is Screamy? Oh, it's like their mini drop tower. How cute. I have not done one of these yet. I'm not going to try it here, that's for sure. We will try that guy, though. Oh, Screamy and Scream. Or we won't be trying it. That sucks. Like, they have so many... That is where we were a second ago. Like, they have all these wonderful pathways around this park that are closed, and then you can kind of access, but then lead to a dead end. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if they've just been shut down over the years because of safety concerns or new additions. I don't know, but looks like the B&M Wing Coaster is going to be next. Opened in 2014. It is 2,500 feet long and 5 inversions. And that's all I know about the layout. I have no idea what this does. I didn't even know it was a wing overdrop up until when we just saw it. So let's see how long the line is for this one. It's 10 to 20 minutes. Not bad at all. Nice. All right, let's go. Nice soundtrack. I wouldn't be surprised if this is I'm a Score. It is I'm a Score. Nice. If you want to cool off, definitely come into this freaking queue. It's nice down here. I'll have to translate that sometime. Probably says that we're in danger and look out. I had no idea this park had any terrain to work with. Look at this. This is fantastic. The terrain. And so I don't think anything here has really like wowed me at this point. But I really haven't hated anything aside from the SLC. Everything's fine. I think this might end up being my favorite ride of the park. Because the dive coaster doesn't look all that great because it's just so short. And this is a heck of a walk. Oh my goodness. So I think we'll do this one twice. We'll do one on the right and one on the left. Rode the right side back seats first time. That was okay. Rode the left side second time. Really enjoyed it. I still think I like Thunderbird the most. Thunderbird is just really good. I think my rankings would be Thunderbird, Flug der Dämonen, Toverland, Gatekeeper, Wild Eagle, X-Flight. There we go. Let's go with that for now. That might change by the end of the day. Really fun. It has some cool elements. A lot of Heartline twists. So there's like, 3 of them? That thing over there is really cool. Next up, the 1983 Big Loop. So we'll talk about that in a minute after we take it for a ride. Not expecting much from it. Looks very, very, very similar to Python without the turnaround at the top of the first drop. Big Loop. Well, that was the most aero feeling Vekoma ever. I mean, Carolina Cyclone, it felt like those. I mean, it wasn't that much different. It was smooth though. Not a lot of jolting or potholes or anything. So, you know, there was that. It was fine. Might take one more ride later. Might not. And hopefully I'm not in the soak zone. Alright, one last coaster to go. Krake. And by the way, that is it. Literally drop, inversion, hill, turn, brakes. What a budget BM dive coaster if I've ever seen one. So I do really enjoy this park for the fact that they had 2 B&Ms, the only one on the trip with 2 B&Ms. So that's cool. Much more to say about it than that. I don't think my experience on the ride is going to be much different. I do love this giant ship though with the Kraken attacking it. That does look phenomenal. Very nice. So let's go ahead and take a ride. And you know, I don't know about this park. It's got a lot of coasters. They're all okay. reminds me a lot of Magic Mountain. Like, Magic Mountain's got a lot of coasters, and the ratio is probably about the same of good to mediocre. The park itself, though, is way nicer than Magic Mountain. That's not too hard to achieve. And the operations are fantastic. I wouldn't be surprised if the Desert Race has another train on it by the end of the day, but I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I would like to try that one again. I think I'm going to try most things again. It is 12:26, so in 2.5 hours we have done all the coasters, and also Colossus didn't open until 10 minutes after park opened, so pretty much less than 2.5 hours we've done 9 coasters and Ghostbusters, and then we have till 7 to re-ride, so we will have like 6 hours of re-rides, which that works pretty well. Alright, so Krake. Yeah. Nothing wrong with it. It's fine. It's just really short. And, it's just short, man. What do you want from it? There's nothing to it. It's so short. Easily my least favorite dive coaster. Not even questioning that one. It was smooth. The drop was fine. The coolest thing was in the backseat when we were going through the Immelman. I looked up and you could see the water was kind of just like right below inside of the loop. So that was really cool to see the water kind of rushing up towards your head. Nothing got on you, but that was really cool. Yeah, that's the only positive thing I can say about it. I don't think I'm gonna ride it again. They required you to check your bag, and that took a little while, but underwhelming, but I wasn't expecting much from it. It's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, I'm gonna get some food, because I am starving. Then we're gonna explore the park a little bit. There's a whole other side of the park that has like no coasters in it, so we're gonna explore that. Looks like there's a boat ride, there's a train ride, there's 2 monorails, there's an observation tower. There's a lot to do other than coasters. Not a lot of flat rides, but a lot of transportation and observation type rides, which I always love. Well, they have a splash battle, kind of short one. We have to figure out where this monorail boards, and we're going to do that next. After my pasta. It was really weird. You served yourself, so I was pretty, I controlled myself. I could have loaded this up higher if I wanted to. The nice thing is I was able to load up as much sauce and cheese as I wanted. It was about 12 euros, so about what yesterday was, but I don't think it's going to be as good as yesterday. That currywurst yesterday at Hansa Park was so good. And of course the beer, because, well, you're going to think I'm an alcoholic, but I never drink. It's just so, the water is practically the same price. So I bring my own water, so I get a beer. And it's always a surprise what I'm getting, but oh man, I've always had really good beers, so. Alright, I'm going to eat, and we'll take a ride on that monorail. Alright, so that's finished. It was fine. It's just pasta. It was about what I was expecting. It wasn't amazing or anything, but it filled me up. Although I'm craving something sweet. Today's I don't know. As I said before, it's just an average day. I guess I'm just coming off the high of a lot of really good parks with Efteling, Wallaby Holland, more recently, and the park. So, and there's nothing against this park. It's fine. It's okay park. It's not terrible in any way, shape, or form. Just lots of coasters, and they're all fine. They're all fine. I definitely want to do the bobsled a bunch more. That thing is a lot of fun. And the two Intamins, give them another try. Colossus a few more now. It's probably warmed up pretty nicely now. So we'll see how it goes today. Alright, we're on a monorail. I believe that's the hotel right there, with the hotel entrance. Looks very nice. Oh, they have one of those little boat round thing jiggies. We'll go do that after this. Looks like we're going to do like 4 or 5 different transportation observation type routes. Krake is only 10-20 minute wait. I probably would have been better off doing that than a single rider line. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of stuff that's just been neglected over the years. Pretty sad. Here's their tiny little Peppa Pig land. Like, it's so small. It's like just a couple of rides. Couldn't they have done better? Seriously? Oh, we can ride on a dinosaur though. That's fun. I guess. It's like riding Yoshi and Mario. Oh yeah. That's going to do it for the smaller monorail. It's hilarious. I'm pretty sure Great Adventure has a picture booth that looks almost identical to that. I love the area of this park. This looks fantastic. Oh my goodness, this looks really nice. Wow. As I said, this is the hotel entrance for the two resorts. It's like a camping resort and a hotel. I looked into the prices. It was too much for me to want to care about it. I did for Europa, Phantasialand, and already Efteling because I ended up spending 2 days there. But I was a little worried about this park with the 9 coasters, but it really didn't matter. I have never done one of these circular ones. Looks extremely relaxing, which is kind of what I'm going for right now. So, seats are pretty comfortable. Oh, the drop ride's open. Seats are pretty comfortable. Yeah, it's, well, unfortunately, this one's really, really short, actually, so we're not going to be on here for very long. And we might catch up to the other people, because they seem to be going way slower than me. All that weight. Very pretty. And man, I could fall asleep on here. So this is Boat Talk with Alex. Fortunately, I don't have much to say. Probably end up doing the bobsled a few more times. By the way, weird theme. Like most of the trains like had Transylvania, or the German spelling of it at least, on the front of it, and then there was one that was Canada. So I'm assuming before the Floralist came in, it was themed to, like, you know, different countries, and then that area they kind of just applied the Transylvania scheme to it. So, well, we're almost done. All right, well that's good enough. More tranquility. Let's go on the Roto ride. So we're on another one of these. I think this is our third one. Yeah, it's our third one. This one's quite short, and it's not slow like Walligator. God, we'll talk about Walligator for life. My God, that thing took forever. As did Efteling, but Efteling like was just a really, really, really long one. This one doesn't look like it's going to take more than 10 minutes. So, and we're running at a pretty good pace. Interesting with this one, no moving platform, so you had to like jump onto it And you can actually see the mechanism on this one here. Oh, this is interesting. I was wondering what this was for one of the other rides. That's for keeping the tension on the rope. I was wondering how it did that without things slipping off these wheels. It's a shame that we don't have these rides in America. I just don't think they would work from a liability stance. You'd have to put life jackets on everybody, and it just wouldn't work. Nah. But they're extremely relaxing, and they're a nice break in the middle of the day. That's what I like about them. So this is the one with the clearest water, so you can actually really see the mechanism down there, which is cool. So it's just a bunch of big pulleys with a rope connected to some boats. Pretty simple. And it looks like it used to be able to go on this island and like hang out, but they've shut that area down. As I said, I've seen a lot of areas of this park that are just not accessible anymore for whatever reason. So that's so unfortunate. All right, let's go take a ride on the train. I don't even know where this goes. On the map, it looks like it goes underneath the hill over there with the way it's drawn. So, all right, let's get on. So it's interesting. Most United States trains don't even have a rope or anything. Yet, Europe, I've seen a few with sliding doors, or this one in the case, a locking magnet. But yet there's no gates. In some cases, there are not even any signals warning you the train coming. It's kind of weird what they deem necessary for safety and what we do. Anyways, let's go ride on a train. There certainly are a lot of stations. This is the third station we've been to. Honestly, that train was very, very skippable, but it was okay. I'm not sure if this is open. There we go. Oh, okay. You actually do get a little bit of control, but it's electric. The scenery on this one is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. This is incredible. Oh, they spent a lot of money on their car ride. Holy crap. Wow. This is remarkable. Oh, okay, so we're like at the front. We were like, this park's kind of like confusing to me. Like, the layout doesn't really make sense in my mind. I mean, that's the parking lot right there. That's crazy. Okay. What the old ride there? That's bizarre. Yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous car riding. Yeah, I don't. This part's fine. It's just, it's average. If this was a United States park, though, this would be really freaking good, though. Like, scenery-wise, this is amazing. But it's just a lot of scenery. Oh, and that's it. So it's kind of short. It's actually really short. Okay, well, I wasn't going to film the whole thing, but it happened anyways. Funny thing is, I would have had time to do that before riding the train. That's how short it was. Although you got out of that station way quicker than any other station, of course. So there's 3 stations on that train, and it wasn't very good. I'd suggest a skip on that one. All right, there next. I had no idea that that train station was right next to the main gate. So take a look at the lines. Look at this. There's nothing. Colossus, 10 minutes for Colossus. What the heck are we doing here? Was Desert Race in there? Oh, Desert Race is also 10 minutes. Yeah, this park is dead today. Thank goodness. And going into this trip, I knew that the second half would probably be less busy since it was getting later and later in the summer. So that's why I kind of left Germany for what it was. Is that I was more excited for Germany parks and everything in France, Belgium, and Netherlands. Like I was, wanted to do, but it wasn't what I was most excited for. Looks like we got at least 2 drops on this one. Theme is pretty moderately themed, so that Ghostbusters was so good. We're gonna have to do that again right now. Ghostbusters 5D. Did 2 more rides on it. They let us stay on. Tip. They let in like 32 passengers at a time outside. Then you go into a pre-show. Be the last one into the room, because then when you come back into the station, most likely on an uncrowded day, then there won't be anybody to fill your seat. So they'll let you go again, which is awesome. So we're gonna do the Rapids ride. If we can actually get from here. Probably. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Have you ever seen this many rafts going at once? That's ridiculous. I love it. At most parks, you'll see one every like 30 seconds. Lovely to see that many. That's why I'm not worried about a really long line. If this has a long line, I just can't imagine it having a long line. That would be absurd. So, yeah, Ghostbusters. Really love that ride. That is a good ride. It's a little short. Pretty cool story. I mean, you're shooting ghosts. There's not much of a story to it, but it's still fun, nonetheless. And during one scene, there's one of the traps that that are famous in the movies. There's actually a trap on the front of the car, and smoke comes out and it lights up green. So that's cool. It took me 3 rides to actually notice it, so that's pretty pathetic on my part. And this looks wonderfully themed. So looks like it's Intamin. Let's go for a ride. It's a lot of fun. Pretty good theming. It's like 2 wave machines, plenty of guys. Here's 2 water walls, and man, can you just imagine that many boats in America? So this whole How to Train Your Dragon area has a kite flyer, and then it has a boat ride thing. So that's cool. Alright, we're gonna do the monorail as it is. Just pulling in. Perfect timing, perfect timing.
Ich begrüße euch zu meiner Tour durch unsere große Abenteuerwelt. Lehnt euch
Alright, we're on the monorail. Version 2.0.
Jenseits der Realität.
Oh look, there's a rapper.
Sicher viele Aufregende in der
Hello.
Dort könnt ihr in die Welt von Hicks und seinen Drachen ohne Zahn eintauchen.
This is very cool. I wonder what came first. Imagine the monorail. Oh, cool. This is the section that you go through with the roller coaster. Oh, sweet. Look, the roller coaster is all above us. Oh, that's so cool.
Vor uns
Alright, so yeah, after we do that other boat ride and Sky Tower, it's all roller coasters for the last 3 hours. I imagine we'll do about 15 rides or so.
Hier seht ihr mein Abenteuerzelt. Alle Infos und Showzeiten findet ihr auf dem Tafel der Prag. Der gut gemeinte Tipp eines Abenteurers: Nehmt euch von dem Flug der Dämonen Action erlebt, muss zwischendurch richtig reinhauen. Entert unseren Piratenburger. Dort gibt es unfassbar leckere Burger und alles, was dazugehört. Ihr könnt direkt in der Taverne oder draußen bleiben. Express quer durch den Park an.
Cool. Looks like it's very short though. If it just goes inside that building. Kind of a half-assed theme job on that. Go ahead and give this How You Train Your Dragon ride a fun. Got one of these balls. That's fun. So they're like a couple of Dumbo-esque rides down here. See the bigger one, and they have a smaller one over there. That's kind of a weird lineup. Well, apparently there's a storm coming in because everything's shut down. Didn't see that one coming. I literally don't see it coming. It must be close enough. All right, so we're gonna chill. Even the giant slide is shut down. I'm so sad. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Regardless, it's a little after 3, and then it's 15 minutes before they reopen and things. So, man, we're looking at less than 2 hours of riding once we're done. It sucks. Although, I've enjoyed everything I did, so I'm not complaining. But let's hope this doesn't last very long.
Dear guests, because of the thunderstorm, we have to stop the operation of all rides. Once the storm has passed, we will reopen all rides within 15 minutes. Many thanks for your understanding.
So after rides being down for about an hour and a half, things reopened for about 20 minutes. I got another ride on Colossos, so I'm pretty happy about that. But this day is kind of a bummer. I got a ride towards the front of the train this time. I liked it a little bit more, but first of all, that helix right there, that thing is just boring. Like, that is literally one of the most boring helixes I have ever been on. And that's no exaggeration. So, airtime is not as good as El Toro. It's okay. We have an hour and 20 minutes until the park is scheduled to close, so no telling if we'll actually get on any more rides today. But I'm gonna head up towards the cluster of the B&Ms and the bobsled and hang out there, because I really want another ride on the bobsled if anything. And the wing, because wing is probably my favorite ride. I've had 15 days of no weather issues. Eventually it had to catch up on me. At least it's on a day that I'm only at one park. And I got everything in, so. Can you imagine how much this wouldn't work in America? I love how this one has a net, but Corkscrew at Cedar Point does. But it has like a billion safety fences, whereas this one just has water, which would not fly in the United States. There'd be ugly chain link fences in the water to stop someone, especially since this water is like knee deep at most. I'm honestly thinking this shutdown will be quick. I'll tell you what, that beats Cedar Point easily. That's very cool. Okay, so I figured out some of these unused buildings. There definitely used to be a second log flume right here. I imagine it was removed when they put the wing in. Maybe I'll be able to find some photos that explains more. Well, yeah, these pathways are making a hell of a lot more sense now. Yeah, it looks like just a flume ride of some sort. Maybe a super splash by Intamin. And I'm guessing this was an observation area for said log flume at one point. So I think that's what that sign might actually say back there. It might say observation of the, the wing coaster. So I've seen a lot of graffiti in this park too. It's just something it's really annoying, and I don't like seeing it. And it's annoying that they don't maintain it. Jesus. Alright. I'm gonna stop complaining because no one wants to hear that in a vlog because they don't give a crap. So I'll let you know if things reopen. Man, we got like an hour left. So I've had another realization. I bet you that round building down there was the loading station for the log flume. Yeah. That makes sense. I was wondering what the hell that was. I don't know what to use it for now, though. Alright, stuff is reopened. We have a half an hour. I'm gonna run my heart off and ride as much as possible. Ended up doing the drop tower as well. I like that. That was a good drop tower. Really, really strong airtime. And yeah, and then did the bobsled again in the front seat. Enjoyed that a heck of a lot more. It was very smooth in the front seat. So that was fun. And then did 2 more on Flug der Dämonen. And I really liked that ride. So, did I get as many rides as I would have liked to? No. And that's unfortunate. But you know what? I did get on all the coasters. And in the day, that's all that really matters. And this is a park I am interested in returning to at some point. Especially since I definitely want to return to Hansa Park, and they're not too far apart from each other. They're only about 2 hours apart from each other, so. Hey everyone, this is Alex, and I just wanted to comment on this vlog. I apologize that it's not my greatest showing, but I was going to do a lot more footage when that weather hit, so I just didn't have the chance to film a lot, unfortunately. Fortunately, this was the only day out of 30 that I ran into weather issues, and I got on all the credits that day, so that was the positive. I'd love to come back to this park and give it another try. I feel like my opinion was a little bit soured by the weather, but some of my opinions still stick that this park needs some help aesthetically. Empty ride pads, like abandoned buildings, stuff like that. It just needs help. And I'm just wondering if that's Merlin as a whole. I've heard complaints, but this is the only Merlin park I've been to outside of Legoland. And as far as Colossus goes, having since ridden El Toro has it beaten every way, but not to say that Colossus isn't fantastic for Woody in Europe. It's great. But the airtime and the G-forces and the turns, the banks, everything about Colossus is inferior to El Toro. Thank you so much for making it this far, if you have. This has been Alex. Thanks for watching the Coaster Spot, and like, comment, and subscribe. See you tomorrow for day 17, where we go to 2 parks and a fair in Nuremberg.